Hello, my friends. Let's do a nice little practice here, about 30 minutes. We're gonna move from the heart today. We're gonna move with intention. We're gonna move through this practice with love. Stand, feet hip-width distance apart in mountain pose. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times and take some nice deep breaths as you move. Today is a brand new day. Fresh new air coming into your lungs. One more deep breath. Inhale your hands straight up out in front, up overhead. Interlace your fingers, point your index fingers to the sky. Reach your arms up. Exhale, release your hands to your sides at shoulder height, palms face forward, fingers spread wide. If this feels good, you can draw your hands back behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. One more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press your hands out to the sides. One more like that. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, release. Rotate out your wrists or make figure eights with your wrists. Continue to breathe, nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, raise your arms out to the sides, up to the sky. Prayer fold forward, keep your knees bent. Relax your head nice and heavy. You can gently shake your head yes or no. On your next inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, come halfway up, hands on the fronts of your legs, up above your knees, on your thighs. Looking straight down at the floor, reach your hips back behind you, and then start to bend your knees, sit down into chair pose. Reach your hands out in front in line with your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. On your exhale, we're gonna bring the hands into fists and pump the hands beside the waist. We're gonna do this 3 times together. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Come all the way up to standing. And prayer fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale your right foot back and your left foot back, come into high plank. Press back through your heels, squeeze your legs. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, come down slow, elbows in with control. Come into cobra or sphinx pose. Exhale, release. Child's pose or downward dog. What do you need in your body? One more deep breath, come up high on your toes. Exhale, release. You can step, walk, or hop your feet to your hands. Come back into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to chair pose. Hands out in front, take a deep breath. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release your hands by your sides. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths in mountain pose. Bring your palms into prayer in front of your heart. On your next inhale, open your arms out to the side. Swan dive forward, lead with your heart. Right into forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Step your left foot back and your right foot back. Press back through the heels. Squeeze your legs, belly button to spine. Take a deep breath in. Come down slowly, elbows in with control. Cobra, Sphinx, or upward facing dog. Exhale, release. Come into child's pose. Feel free to shift to the hips right and left a few times if you like, or to press your forehead into the mat and roll your head from side to side. And come back to center. Come up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. One more inhale, high up on the toes. Exhale, release. Step, walk, or hop, your feet to your hands. Come into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, chair pose. Reach your hands out in front. Reach your hips back behind you. 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale. Come all the way up to standing. Palms in prayer. Hands by your sides. Mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths. Settle into your feet. Allow your legs to be heavy. Begin to notice what's happening in your body. How do you feel? Notice how you feel in your belly, behind your belly button. Notice how you feel in your solar plexus where your ribs meet. And notice how you feel in your heart. Draw your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye. Notice how the energy changes as you begin to pay attention to it. Take one more deep breath. Bring your hands onto your hips. Step your feet nice and wide. You can pigeon toe your feet a little bit if you like. Reach up nice and tall, standing up tall through the torso, and then hinge forward from your hips. Reach your sits bones back behind you. Reach out through the crown of your head. Back is parallel to the floor. And then open your arms out to the side, arms in line with your shoulders. Press into your big toes. Reach your hips back behind you. One more deep breath. Come all the way back up to the top. You can heel toe your feet in once and then point your toes to the outsides a little bit. Inhale, arms up, 5-pointed star, reaching to where the ceiling meets the wall. Belly button to spine, press into your feet, squeeze your legs, reach out through your arms. One more deep breath. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Sit down, hinge forward from the hips. Give yourself a big hug and point your head down towards the floor. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, 5-pointed star. Exhale, release. We'll do 3 more like that, 3 more sunflowers. Moving energy through the body, last one. Come all the way back up to 5-pointed star. Exhale, release your hands onto your hips. Heel toe your feet back under your hips. Stand in mountain pose. Notice how your energy feels. How do you feel? Notice any emotions that are coming up to the surface. Notice any sensations in your body. Allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up. I'm going to move into breath of joy. So breath of joy, if you happen to get lightheaded, if you have blood pressure issues, or you just get dizzy sometimes when you stand up, really be mindful. If you do notice that you're starting to feel lightheaded, I'll show you a modification so that you don't have to put your head down so low. So your feet are separated about the width of your mat. And the way that breath of joy works is the first thing you need is a big F-off smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling right now, I want you to smile anyway. It tricks the mind and it's really, really good for you. It activates a lot of different hormones in your body to smile and use those muscles. So practice that. And the activity itself is done with 3 sharp inhales through the nose. Don't worry about exhaling. It will naturally happen. So it's, and then you bend down deeply and release your hands, release your head. If you do find that you get lightheaded, it's going to look like this instead. Okay? We're going to do this for a little while. If I'm going for too long, you must know that you can always stop. My recommendation is to stop when you're down. So whatever that looks like for you. If you do happen to get really, really lightheaded, you can always lay down. All right, you're in charge here. And the cool thing is, I can't see you and nobody else can either. If you are completely alone, there is also the option when you exhale at the bottom to make sound. Ha, ha, really, really loud. I do have some people down below me, so I'm not gonna make that big sound right now. I'll just breathe. All right, exhale to start. And begin. 2 more. Stay down on the last one. Relax your head heavy. And then slowly roll up to standing. Take your time, 1 vertebra at a time. Stand in mountain pose. Roll your shoulders back and down, palms face forward. Chin parallel with the floor. Reach up through your chest, your heart just 1 millimeter. You can do it with your breath. Pay attention to how you feel. Notice the energy in your body, the temperature. Go inward. Relax your eyes. Take one more deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. You can slowly open up your eyes. I do recommend that you lie down for a little while, that you take the time at the end of this video to set your timer for 10 minutes and really allow your body to accept the changes that are happening in your body. Bring your palms into prayer. Inhale, slowly, mindfully raise your hands up overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Step your right foot all the way back. Lower your knee. Hands on your thigh, press it away. Coming into a nice deep low lunge. If you're not getting enough stretch, you're going to slide this back knee back more. Try to keep your knee over your heel. Just staying here. See if you can bring your hands on your hips. Trying to keep your hips centered while still getting a nice deep stretch. One more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands. Tuck your back toes, step to plank or half plank. See if you can squeeze the muscles in your body. Squeeze your legs, belly button to spine. Push the ground away with your arms. You can even round through the upper back a little bit. Press back through your heels. Slowly come down. See if you can aim your chest in front of your hands a little. Come into cobra or sphinx pose. Reach forward through your heart. Reach up through the crown of your head. Nice long spine. Exhale, release. Come into child's pose. Take one more deep breath. And then come into tabletop. Move through a few cat-cow. Moving energy through the body. From the base of your spine to the top of your head. Nice deep breaths as you move. Move through your practice as though you are moving energy through the body. Allowing yourself to feel whatever you feel. One more cat-cow. And then tuck your toes, hands out in front, downward dog. Draw your belly button to your spine. Push the floor away with your arms. Reach up through your hips. If you like the challenge, raise your right leg up behind you. On your next inhale, send your right foot through to your hands. Lower your back knee. Hands on the thigh. Get nice and deep into your low lunge. Really sink into the stretch. Nice deep breaths. One more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands. Tuck your toes, step to forward fold. Grab onto your opposite elbows. Allow your upper body to be as heavy as possible. Reach up through the backs of your legs. Energize your legs. One more deep breath. Relax your hands and slowly roll up with your breath. Roll your shoulders back and down a couple times. Deep breaths. Feel the energy moving through your body. Inhale, arms out to the side, up to the sky. Gathering energy, prayer fold forward. Bow to your grace. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Step your left foot all the way back. You can have your knee down or up. Hands on your thigh, press it away. Shoulders over the hips. Raise your hands up to the sky. Palms face one another. In line with your shoulders. Press back through the left heel. Squeeze your left buttock. One more deep breath. Reach up tall. Exhale, release your hands. Step to plank or half plank. Squeeze your legs. Belly button to spine. Push the floor away with your arms. Round through the upper back. Take a deep breath in. Come down slow. Cobra or Sphinx. Exhale, release. Child's pose. Take a few deep breaths in child's pose. On your next inhale, come to tabletop. You're gonna move through rocking cat-cow this time, tailbone up, belly down, chest forward, rock into the wrists. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tail, sit back toward the heels. Do a few more rounds, rocking cat-cow. One more. Step your hands out in front, tuck your toes, downward dog. Relax your head as heavy as you can. On your next inhale, raise your left leg up behind you. Any expression you like. And step your foot through to your hands. Press back through your right heel. Knee can be down or up, hands on the thigh. Shoulders over your hips. Raise your arms, arms parallel. Squeeze your right buttock. Belly button to spine. One more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands. Step to forward fold. On your next inhale, roll up with your breath. Roll your shoulders back and down. Deep breaths. Stand in mountain pose. Feet directly under your hips, palms face forward. Chin parallel with the floor. Notice how you feel in your body. Deep breaths into your belly. One more deep breath in. Bring your palms into prayer. Heel toe your feet about as wide as your mat. Toes can point slightly outward. Stand up nice and tall and then sit down into yogi, squat, or garland pose. If it's available, you can bring your elbows inside your knees, pressing your knees out to the side, reaching up tall. See if you can find the meditation in the pose. Nice deep breaths. It's a very grounding pose. Very grounding for your energy. One more deep breath. And release your hands behind you and come into sitting. Bring your feet to the right side. Your You can separate your knees, so your right knee or thigh will be resting against your left foot. Sit up as tall as you can. And then from here, just start to look to the left. And then if it feels right, you can start to turn your chest to the left. Just hands on the leg for now. If you feel like you can go deeper, you can take that hand to the floor or behind you. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, come back to center. Lean back on your hands and move your legs over to the other side. Sit up nice and tall. Look over to the right. If it feels all right, you can start to turn your chest to the right. Hands are just on this leg or on each knee. You can always take the hand behind you to the floor if you like. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, come back to center. And come into easy pose. Cross-legged. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Tuck your chin down into your chest. Start to move into a half or full neck roll. If you're doing full neck rolls, do a few in the other direction. And then gently bring your head back to center. Sit up nice and tall, but keep your legs relaxed. And draw your awareness to the space behind your eyes or behind your eyelids, whichever makes more sense. And I'd like you to imagine and visualize the color green. Green like the green grass, green like my shirt, green like an emerald, green like a tree or a fresh new leaf. And imagine that you're completely surrounded by the color green, almost like you have a lens over your eyes that's tinted green. Green is the color of your heart chakra. Keep your vibration high today, my friends. Move from the heart in all that you do and take the time to feel how you're feeling. From my heart to your heart, namaste.